Hello again, everyone.
Good day.
Yes. Or good evening, good morning,
and good
middle
night.
of the night. Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
So I'm
that
Robin.
was our show. I'm Katie.
Yes. And this is the ReBoot Review :
It's Alphanumeric.
On this show, we watch ReBoot and talk about ReBoot. It's pretty
ReBoot.
much the deal.
Yep.
It's a lot of ReBoot, but that's the whole point.
But that's why you're here.
It's because you also love ReBoot, presumably.
I'd assume so.
If you don't
you
stay.
Will. No, you really. This experience with us will change your life.
If you like ReBoot spoilers.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to also like ReBoot spoilers.
And I have a piece of trivia about this episode to share with Katie, who she's looking at my notes, so maybe she already
No, I didn't see it.
has spoiled it for herself.
I don't do that.
Okay. Anyway, so the episode we're watching today is Icons. And when we were kind of pre-watching this episode to prepare, I noticed it was written by a writer named Christy Marks. And that name rang a bell for me.
No, I now remember. I promise I didn't peek.
Yeah, no, I believe you would know this. I was like, I wonder if Katie knows that name.
Christy Marks.
Yeah.
Gem.
Yeah, Christy Marks is the creator of Gem and the Holograms. And she wrote this episode.
Wow.
Yeah, in addition to 2 other episodes, she also wrote Return of the Crimson Binom, which is this season later on, and The Edge of Beyond, which is also later on this season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the creator of Gem wrote a couple of episodes of ReBoot. That was something I did not know until I saw that name. And I was like, I know the name Christy Marks, and I IMDb'd it, and yeah.
Now I want to do some algorithming and find out if ReBoot fans and Gem fans really are.
Have an overlap at all? Yeah. I mean, it's still just 3 episodes in the whole lifetime of the series.
No, this is the
This
thing now.
is important.
We need to follow this rabbit hole.
Anyway, so speaking of the episode Icons, shall we jump in and start watching this episode written by the creator of Gem?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Get ready for it.
We're starting the episode now.
Gem is excitement.
You were just holding that in your brain, aren't you? I'm ready.
Glamour and glitter, fashion and fame. Ooh, Gem.
I searched through systems.
Can't not sing it, I guess, as soon as it's being sung.
This place.
What, you don't want to listen to Paul Dobson as Matrix?
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
No,
And okay, so you had asked me the question about the air date difference between this and the episode before it, because we are about to watch a very different show from what came before it, and what was probably shocking for a lot of fans seeing this intro for the first time.
Right.
I'm almost a little surprised they didn't do a cold open on this as well.
Right.
Because you're like,
who's that?
Going
what?
on? And I guess it's Enzo and Andrea, but why are they adults? Where are they? What are they doing?
Why is Bob about to kiss a megabyte?
Yeah, right. So, so this was actually, there was not a long break between these episodes. The previous episode, Game Over, and this one, at least their initial YTV premieres, were only 1 week apart.
Oh.
So we did jump straight into this.
That's good, because really...
That would have been a really painful wait.
Yeah.
I mean, even more than the losing Bob thing, because at least Bob was just sent to the net, but Enzo, for all intents and purposes, seemed to have been
dead.
killed. He got super died.
Yeah, and then it's funny, because you're right, with the opening, you have what is looking like Enzo and Andrea.
It seems
but then they give you these guys as
which makes me wonder if it was meant to be a cold open, because clearly they're trying to tease what they look like.
Right.
This, as far as I know, could have been a DVD release thing. Maybe the episode was originally packaged for broadcast without the opening.
Oh, yeah,
but
maybe.
the DVDs, they just slapped it on because it was on the masters that they were delivered. Any number of things can happen with how a show was originally meant to be aired and how it ends up packaged and distributed.
Because, look at the outfit. His outfit is Guardian Enzo.
Yeah, and she's in her, kid. And yeah, what are they doing in their old outfits in their rebooted form? We
adults. Can question
it was
why.
Clearly meant to be. Maybe this is the only game that has passed. Maybe they grew up really fast in this moment.
Yeah, this was the very moment. Yeah.
Interesting to hear different system voices as they move between systems.
I do like that,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the way that different systems would have their own official voices. Maybe they also didn't want to have to hire Kathleen Barr for an episode that she otherwise wasn't in. Oh, it wouldn't surprise me if she plays some of the binoms in this episode. I'm sure she's still working on these.
Still around.
She does so much.
Thank the net. This is the most
I have to say,
devastating system we've
I've
ever
always
come across.
loved Andrea's voice. grown-up voice. Well,
Yeah.
actually, kid voice and grown-up voice, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
She just it's the cool. She just sounds like you just want to be her best friend.
It's all right. You can
She sounds
come
like the
out.
cool kid.
I know. Like,
Yeah.
she's so cool. She's just so cool.
So cool. And that is Sharon Alexander.
Thanks, Sharon.
Now is the voice of Andrea. I want to say she did some live action stuff on some Canadian shows as well. I'm pretty sure.
I'd be curious.
Nothing
to
like
see.
super famous, I don't think, but she's been around on the CBC, I think, if she's what I'm thinking
we're
of.
not users at all. We're sprites. I'm Andrea.
You
And
guys are
this
so
is Enzo.
basic.
Matrix. Call me Matrix.
You mean extra? I call you extra. Yeah, that was really extra.
Seriously.
You know, you really have to work on your social skills.
I'll get over it. I'm going to see what repairs I can make to the system.
Good idea.
That is a
I'll
lot
take
of
Frisket and
muscles.
find their command. Maybe he can explain what happened.
So many.
He's so muscly.
Don't need anyone.
Yeah, like he's just so large.
I feel like everyone kind of got beefed up. Like Bob
pay
looks
any
scrawny
attention to
compared to like
Matrix.
Turbo, for example. I mean, we have already seen Turbo.
Yeah,
we just didn't
right,
see his
right.
face, so.
But
I feel like
yeah.
every other like male sprite we meet is super beefy, and it turns out that like Bob was just this runt, but we didn't know it because we
Right.
didn't have any
Oh,
other
but
sprites to compare him
Ray,
to. Oh, true.
he's
That's a
slim.
good point. Yeah.
But it's true. Like I do think they're having a lot more fun with their anatomy.
Yeah. Right.
Full tear.
Making them look like
Stretching some
action
limits.
figures.
What's this?
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like I mean, Enzo gets humongous,
Yeah.
and then when he meets Bob again, spoiler, sorry, but like he's
Bob looks
he's
so tiny
He's
compared to
super
him.
tiny.
Yeah. Which I kind of like.
I know,
like
that
the
is cute.
differentials and
They had a lot of fun with her. And
Yeah.
like her fish wiggle,
yeah.
but she's so likable that you don't hate her.
No.
So you can be best friends with her.
cool.
Oh, Andrea, you're so skinny. Oh, don't say that. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you, Andrea. I know.
So it turns out Katie's already best friends with Andrea in her mind. Never mind me. I am no longer Katie's best friend. So I guess
Just
I'm just
change your voice a little.
I'm
and
just gonna
inject
leave
poison
and
into your
let-
fingernails.
I'm gonna let Katie host the Reboot review with Andrea from now on. I hope Andrea knows how to edit audio because
This is your last chance.
I think she just accidentally poisoned the computer.
yeah, probably. I like the praying mantis virus design. It's pretty cool.
It is cool. He's a familiar voice.
Yeah. I don't know if he would have been specifically credited, but
You know who this kid reminds me of so much? Pinocchio.
There's no
yeah,
That's
you're
all
right.
I
I guess
ever
because he's
think
kind of
of.
built like
renegade.
a puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he kind of looks like the Jonathan. Was it Jonathan Taylor Thomas
Virus?
who
Yeah.
did Pinocchio?
Oh, I don't remember.
Or someone in the
Yeah.
90s. I assume if it was the 90s, it was Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Probably.
You know, that wasn't necessary. I had him right where I wanted him.
Sure.
Classic
You had complete
girl boy.
control of the
Yeah,
situation.
girl playing boy
I didn't
voice.
think there were any sprites left.
Yeah, I've been on my own for seconds. I don't need anybody.
That's kind of a cute delivery, though. I
It
like that
is.
little hand gesture of seconds.
I like his little bicycle helmet. It's cute.
Yeah.
Safety
It's a cute
first.
design. I'm not anti
You mean
this
the game?
Pinocchio.
sprite kid. Yeah.
Oops, whatever.
Oh, we don't come from the games. We only use them as a way to travel. Matrix and I come from another system, a place called Mainframe.
Also,
we
we
were
missed the
small
moment where
sprites,
this
we were
Bynum
trapped in
she's
a
talking
game.
to introduced himself as the
survive,
wise
we
one,
become
and I
part of it.
only just understood that for the first time watching it like a week and a half ago.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
he is a one
Now
binom,
we're
as
just
you'll
trying
see in
to
a
find our way
moment.
Back to Mainframe.
Lost and far away.
There he is.
How
Yeah.
sad.
Mainframe is Matrix's home. My place is with him.
Just as our
I think
place
Andrea
is
might
here.
need to like work out
It's
some
not
issues.
mine.
It's
You
like,
won't
sure,
have anything
Andrea,
to
but
keep you from games.
Don't you need to be you, and
Right?
See, maybe she needs me
that's
as
what
much
she,
as
yeah,
I
that's
need
what she
her.
needs the best friend for.
Real bad. I've patched it up the best I could. But one more lost game, and they've had it.
Yeah, she really could have admitted that like Mainframe was her home. Really,
Yeah, I mean, it's as much a home as anywhere else, right? Yeah.
inside like a fish.
I mean, I guess she mostly experienced it in the throes of like Megabyte's domination, though. So
Oh yeah, I wouldn't
Take
feel
these
like home.
goods.
Yeah.
I want you to have them as payment to stay as our protectors.
It's a gracious offer, but we have to find our own home. Perhaps we can stay long enough to train others.
If they don't volunteer, why should we? When the next game comes, we're out of here. This system's offline.
so sulky. Did you see that shoulder sulk?
I
He,
know. Oh, so moody.
but still has the yo-yo.
I remember
So,
really
how
enjoying the
many
way
did we
they changed his
4.
character. Like, it's
Yeah,
really
I mean, it doesn't.
believable.
It is. Yeah.
At least a dozen.
Yeah, I don't
Matrix,
hate
you're
Matrix
just
or
not
anything.
that
It's very easy
How
to
about the
pick
time
on
most of
characters
it?
like
Yes.
this,
Join.
but it's
knew
yeah,
you'd
he's
be
a
about it.
perfectly good
Come on, they're waiting outside.
natural extrapolation of an Enzo who's been through this
Let's see.
experience.
I mean, you get your head crushed one
Yeah.
time, and man,
Your eye taken out.
yeah, really.
But there are a lot of
This
moments in this
is the
episode
system
where I
has
was
to
thinking
offer.
like you see hints of Enzo still in him. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't
Stand the
feel
fastest.
like a complete
I'm very
departure
back and
all
let
the
this
time.
system
Right, yeah, he
process
still cares.
words.
He's
Yeah.
just
Want
got
to do
his
it again?
tough, muscly exterior.
And he's still kind of a goofball in some ways too.
Yeah.
Or,
like, he's got the
jokester.
yo-yo.
Hi,
And,
I'm
Yeah.
Gabby, and I'm a writer, and I want to chronologue the adventures of the greatest warrior this system has ever seen.
I don't want anybody writing about me.
Not you, her.
you get away from her. She's my best friend.
and that little finger wave.
Cute.
Says it all.
the boot.
Just, that's how you interact with sprites.
right.
We met
I mean,
earlier.
binomes.
Binomes, yeah.
Not sure why I'm here.
Matrix would.
Well, if you're not sure, why are you wasting my time?
I want to help.
Step back. You'll get your chance. Now that I know you, you should know
Like,
me.
he can't even see past
don't
his
like
own
losing.
pecs. Like,
In the world of
look at
games,
him.
Really.
losing isn't an option.
Warning, incoming game.
It's just hard because the whole premise of your system getting destroyed because
it's still.
you
Good luck.
won,
And don't
or they,
worry,
wait,
who
who,
cares
wait,
if you-
who
You lost.
wins? Yes.
Yeah, right,
You
the-
lose the game.
The computer's owner
Your
won a game.
Yes, that's how it goes. It's just, I mean,
I love that.
good.
Turnaround. It's
Nice
a good
throwback.
moment.
Yeah.
Make that 7.
But yeah,
Okay, but yes, it's just, like, it doesn't make any, like, it's so far from reality.
this is always going to be Katie's single biggest
This
issue
is
with
my
the series
thing.
as a whole. Yeah. I felt I was okay with the suspension of disbelief on this. It never sat with me quite as wrong. I was like, I'll let them have it, but
I know, well, like,
Yeah.
especially when you have viruses.
Games
Like,
aren't
there
just
are
sprites.
so many ways you
other
could tear
ways
up
you
a
can
system.
destroy your system. Yeah.
But it's all like,
Stats.
I just, like, I'm sorry, I would never
You're
play a
drawn
video
to
game
destroy.
ever if
If
I
you knew it was going to destroy your computer every time you won.
Yeah.
The gold tooth of Sisop. It's in that castle in the Tower of Despair.
Enzo, they're scared. I think it's time for the team speech.
Yeah, why not?
I do like the way they
before.
it shows that how much they've
All right,
already
listen up.
done this
For
1,000
better or
times
worse, You're
before.
a team now, so I think it's time you get some team names. Barry,
Like they've been trained in motivational
You're overdrive.
speaking. They come to companies and do retreats.
Gabby, you're Tweak.
They've taken a seminar on assigning nicknames, apparently.
That's right.
Sir.
Your code name is.
But seriously, you just see people like around a campfire, like it's like names.
See? I told
Howling
you
at the
my
moon.
name said it all.
Jeff.
Yes, sir.
You're now Tactic.
I like that his name is Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah.
It's so perfect.
Quiet kid. You're really
You're so
starting to get my
annoying.
backup.
That's it.
your nickname.
Your name is annoying.
To be fair, I don't think backup is as cool as that
Things
kid
have to get along.
thinks it is.
Expect me
No.
to write a book about you.
Don't worry, things will get interesting soon enough. All right, team, it's time to reboot.
I will say it is kind of one of my pet peeves when writers write about
That's
writers.
Reboot. It lets you.
Yeah.
I hate when characters are writers. It just always gets
yes.
on my nerves. I don't know why.
I know what you mean, actually. Or, like, I don't like it when actors pretend to be bad actors.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be a really, really good actor
to be a bad actor. Yeah.
to successfully sell the idea you're a bad actor.
It's true.
Yeah.
And so it comes out so, awkward.
Stilted, yeah. So many 90s references. So many. The most 90s show.
Well, it's nice to have some references that are meant for our demographic.
Yeah, true. Now that everything is just about flossing.
I know. And not the dental hygiene. That's got germs on it.
Speaking of muscles.
Hurry up.
Such a muscly episode.
I want to get lost.
That's right.
Well, you never
He
know
reminds
what we
me of a
might
Mr.
need.
Man book.
Yeah, you're right.
Leave the user
He's kind of
and
Mr.
kick him
Manish.
to deletion.
Man, this show is always so full of references that I'm always, like, looking at different details and wondering if it's a reference
Like,
that
surely
I don't get.
this is, yeah.
Our heroes creep through the ominous
Especially
swamp,
from this point
unaware of
on
the dangers
in the
that
series, like from
lurking
season
wait for
3
them.
on.
So she's clearly Xena, but what was the name of her little friend?
Well, no, the character's name is Gabby, and isn't
it
Gabrielle?
Gabrielle? Okay, it is
Yeah.
Gabrielle.
No, I think she's meant to be like Gabrielle from Xena.
Definitely. Couldn't remember her name, but yes, it was Gabrielle.
Wait here.
I can get us across in no time.
And a nice little allusion to like Andrea being like a water.
Yes, that's
creature.
right. She still has all of her
Water
attack
creature.
bonuses.
Yeah, right.
Normally, I'm a very patient
Advantage in
member.
water.
I can't
Right.
stand all this
Right.
fighting.
Wise one, what will happen to us if they fail?
Oh, the eternal deletion, the end of all things, the cut that can never be undone. But don't worry, things will be fine. I'm sure of it.
Stab.
A little bit of Wolverine action for you there.
Climb on. It'll be the fastest
Okay,
way
so
across.
it's kind of a cross reference, but it reminds me so much of this one episode of Family Guy where they all get magic powers. And Meg,
Where's
the daughter's
Becca?
power is to grow her
You know what?
fingernails
Right
really long.
behind us.
But like that's all she can
Pretty
do.
much.
Find me.
It always kind of makes me think about that.
Catch up.
I'm just thinking about the fact that
Please
I
keep
associate
December
her
to
spikes
first
or her
game.
nails with being paralyzing,
have
but
to make
now
sure it's
we're
not his
seeing that they
last.
give her mind control.
Tranquilizing, right?
Okay, but she's controlling it now, though. She's like, hop on, everybody. She didn't put it to sleep. I know.
This
the
thing
more I
is
think
me
about,
now.
The more, the more I think about Andrea, the more morbid she kind of gets. Like,
And she's so matter of fact about it.
I
all.
know, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, I'll just mind control this guy over here. That's straightforward enough. That's what happens when you're raised in, you know, the burning
Don't worry,
forge of
it
games.
doesn't have a soul. I don't either. It's fine.
Right?
Pixelacious.
Nothing matters.
Yeah, real alphanumeric.
Alphanumeric. Yeah. Cool.
The idea that that little guy would have like a totally different icon style is interesting to me too. Like, what are they alluding to with Backup having that weird? Because like the binoms all have regular icons. So what's
What's
Backup's
his deal?
deal that he's got that Bizarro? Because like Andrea had a different icon because she's the game sprite.
Remember,
So
Matrix
what's
and I
his
are
icon
leaving with
supposed
this
to
gang.
mean?
You have to
That's a
win
good
on your
question.
own. You're the system's only
Questions
hope.
that never get answered.
Because
He's some kind of like,
just disappears.
oh, he seems innocent, but he's actually like an interloper in the system, representing like some kind of hostile alien
He's
entity.
infiltrated. There.
Yeah, he's infiltrated, and by training him up, Matrix has just made him stronger.
Yep.
that
That's
he
the story
can-
we didn't see.
Yeah, yeah.
Why haven't they won yet? What could be happening?
The Nerf gun that says nerd, of course.
Of course. Oh my bad.
never get across this.
It does feel very Wizards, Warriors, and a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, like going back to that type of game. But I guess why not, right? There's so many games of this style that have been done before.
Right.
You just have a few more character classes.
I do find it funny that it is another episode about teamwork, though.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah. But I guess nothing exemplifies teamwork like a game where everyone has to be a different class and contribute their own thing. So it's a formula that works, right?
Yeah, I guess there aren't very many cooperative type games.
Nice job. It looks like your
Or
teamwork
there
is
weren't?
starting to pay off.
Now there seem to be more.
Shouldn't we wait for
Yeah.
Matrix and backup?
You have a game.
But in terms
to
of
win.
video games, it's
Don't
usually
worry,
cooperative,
they'll
more
be
just in the
fine.
sense of like Battlefield type.
Yes,
PvP
that's right.
sort of, yeah.
It's not working together and everyone having their own thing that they're good at.
Yeah.
Matrix! How am I doing?
How am I doing?
Now keep fighting. I'll be with you in a nano.
Where did he get that new eyeball?
Like there's so many things about Andrea and Matrix in the games growing up that we
just don't know.
That's not filled in, right? Just kind of we're supposed to fill in the gaps ourselves, which I think is nice.
We don't
ReBoot
need
has
that
always
answer.
done well. We don't
Yeah.
need everything laid out for us.
Matrix!
Come on, kid. Let's get to the
Glad
next
you're not
level.
dead.
Sort of.
Alphanumeric.
No, he spread it.
There it is!
That was supposed to die with child Enzo.
What have
And
you
now it's
done?
been passed on to the next generation.
Oh, hard boot.
Great.
You muscle-headed fool.
Take hard boot and use your staff to pry the mouth open.
I can't believe we made it this far without meeting the user.
By Kron, I want the tooth.
Speak of the devil.
Can't handle the tooth.
Oh yeah, and we were wondering if this is the first time that
They have to
the
win this one on their
user
own.
like speaks.
Yeah, that's right.
And in like the Evil Dead knockoff episode, he does say like groovy, but that always feels like a canned catchphrase as opposed to like an actual sentient statement. Whereas, I mean, this could also be a canned piece of dialogue that a PC would say upon entering a new room or scene or something, but it does actually feel like the user interacting with them, which is unusual.
Yeah, it is.
Call it
It's
tongue lash.
different.
Yeah.
Back up.
And then you wonder, did
Will
he
you do
select
the honor?
that to say? Or did he just say it?
Yeah, automatically.
Hey, Matrix? Where are you going?
This is your family now. I'm going to find mine. This game might be my only chance to get home. Hey, back up. Catch.
How does he have that?
Thanks.
I don't understand these things. These
Yeah,
game
true, he
rules.
rebooted out, yeah.
Game over.
Did that kid remind you of anybody?
Not particularly.
Didn't
It's just
think
funny,
so.
like, they don't have to walk.
Have I told you lately? How
True, actually, yeah, where are they going?
Whee!
Also that, like, we never have to have the point at which... Oh, wait, I forgot that Bynum is just
Yeah.
like Kid
Your
Enzo.
journey back home. And thank you.
But yeah, we never have to, like, have the point where, you know, Andrea and Matrix are officially a couple. You already knew it was going to happen.
Right.
So just go straight into that, right?
Right, don't do any of the awkward teenagery things.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just now together.
Yeah. There doesn't have to be any sort of angst or will they, won't
Yes,
they about that
yeah.
because, you know,
That's not part
Bob
of the
and
story.
Dot already do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
like that's
exactly.
already in the show. You don't need it for yet another couple, right? So
Yeah, and their relationship is so different because it was always so open.
yeah,
and so
exactly. And from the time they were kids, they were
Andrea
just
was like,
insta-bonded.
yep.
Yeah, she was basically just imprinted on him.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that is Icons. Any last thoughts, final comments on that episode?
I do remember Insta Crush on Andrea.
Yeah, right.
No, I remember I was enamored with the both of them. I loved the whole thing. It was so awesome.
Yeah, you liked the relationship between them and both the characters. And yeah. Because I think these were like the first set of characters that really resonated with you. Like you liked the show before.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the attachment to the character is true. Because like Bob was okay, Dot was okay, Enzo was annoying. But like, and I loved the show itself. But yeah, the character. Yeah, these are the first protagonists that I really
felt
liked.
Super attached
Super teenage me loved it.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and you enjoyed like the angsty protagonists and like that was all, that was all so fun. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. And that is the beginning of a whole new kind of era in Reboot in the form of the second story arc of third season. It sets up a whole new status quo for what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed this arc. It's fun.
Yeah, this is kind of a fun arc. I do find when they get to the web, it becomes a little bit of a slog, I seem to recall.
Yes.
I guess we'll figure that out when we get there. But, and this is an arc I don't remember as well, because we were kind of discussing this. I feel like when it was airing on YTV, this arc didn't get rerun quite so many times.
It doesn't feel that way.
As the others do. Because I find these episodes, I don't have them memorized backwards and forwards like I do other episodes.
Same with the web. Like these next, next set.
It always feels like a little more vague or a little more like, oh yeah, that happened, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to go back to these ones for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess if that is that, then this has been the Reboot Review. I'm Robin.
I'm Katie.
And until next time, stay frosty.
All right, team, it's time to reboot.